Hey everyone, I'm Darth Boy, and I would like to do a list of guilty pleasure movies. Now, here's an honorable mention that was not put in this video, and I will tell you why. It's Iron Man 2. And the reason I was going to put Iron Man 2 in here was because that was a movie that got a lot of flack, or a lot of hate, as I see it when it first came out. But why do I really like that movie? And I thought the reason why I really liked Iron Man 2 was because it was Black Widow and Scarlett Johansson's performance. But I thought those movies had that movie had a lot of strong elements that prevented it from being on this list with the movies you're gonna be seeing. Okay? That's right. All three of the Star Wars prequels. Now, do I hate them? Fuck no. I actually think they're pretty good. And I'm really starting to honestly think that if you watch that 2003 to 2005 animated series, it fills that gap between 2 and 3. And it does it really well, in my opinion. You really do start to see the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker as it should have been. You know, it's that salt, but yeah. These are more along the lines of disappointing rather than god-awful. And I think that's where the real sin of these movies come into play. Is the fact that they were such a major disappointment as many of these movies you will see are. But I think overall they're pretty good. I do like some of the action scenes in these movies. I like the pod race in the Phantom Menace. I like the Duel of the Fates, which is fucking epic and awesome. I like Yoda flipping around and shit. I like the final duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan. And yeah, Star Wars prequels. Are they great? No. Are they decent? Yeah. They guilty pleasures? Fuck yeah. Star Trek First Contact. Now, this is a movie that does get a lot of praise. However, it does do a lot of things wrong with the television series. But this is probably the only good Next Generation Star Trek film. And I think it's my guilty pleasure because it was a good attempt of trying to save Star Trek, okay? This is where it kind of went in the right direction a little bit. You know, it had a lot of good action. I think it had a lot of good practical effects. The effects within the movie is pretty cool. The Borg Queen is a little bit sexy in some way. You know, Borg Queen is kind of hot in some weird way, I don't know. And I do like seeing Picard getting fucking pissed. Is that a character? Yeah. But you know what? It's good to see Patrick Stewart with a Tommy gun shooting a couple of Borgs in the head or chest. It's freaking awesome. Once again, Rocky 5. All the reasons in my last guilty pleasure video are still justified here. I do like this movie. I like the go for it rap. I like the fight between Tommy Gunn and Rocky. I do cry during that Mickey scene because I can tell. And even though this movie's not that good, Stallone really did give it his all. You know, it wasn't that good, but I think that Sly Stallone saves this movie from being so terrible. Because he does do his best with what a shitty movie is. And obviously in Rocky Balboa, he made up for this movie. But, how do I like it? Why do I like it? Well, it's got some good fights, you know. I like some of the music. But, kind of junk. This is a testosterone man-fest. Rocky 3 was a little bit of that, but Rocky 4, oh boy, it just boosts the campiness and what the fuck, really? Shit to like the next level. My god, the montages in this movie go crazy. Rocky climbs a mountain. The fight with Drago's so fucking awesome. It's friend Dolph Lundgren's like, I must break you and all that good shit. It is an awesome fucking movie. This movie is fucking awesome. It is bad and awesome, and it's a guilty pleasure, and I enjoy it. Now we get on to the Bond movies of the guilty pleasure section. Quantum of Solace. Now, I can understand why people didn't really like this one as much. Hell, one of my favorite reviewers of all time, Jeremy Johns, said, yo, forget this movie like most people do after Skyfall. But, why do I like it? Well, it's pretty short. The action is really fast-paced, as I remember it. But Casino Royale is just a much superior film than this. But I like it, you know. I like Craig's performance. You know, I haven't seen this movie in a while. I'm in the middle of my Bond marathon still. You know, I'm at Octopussy right now, which is not that good. If I had a choice between Octopussy and this, I'd go with this any day. The World Is Not Enough. Now, after Tomorrow Never Dies was just so bad, so lackluster, so stupid. And you can argue this is kind of stupid too. This movie did kind of start to get a little bit better. You know, I like Brosnan in this. It starts to kind of reach what a Brosnan Bond movie should be. Now, the definitive and best Brosnan Bond movie is obviously GoldenEye. And if you don't like that movie, then fuck you and get off this video. Because GoldenEye is freaking fantastic. You know, it's a great video game and it's a great freaking movie. But I guess I kind of like this one because I can't really defend it. I just like it better than Tomorrow Never Dies. I find it a lot more better. I like the oil tycoon shit. Maybe you know, if I do a review of this, I'll report back to you because I can't really think of it. Now this one, I can defend a lot more. Now, when I watched this after Honor Majesty Secret Service, I understood this a lot more. Because it opens up with Bond kicking the shit out of someone, which is always good. You know, it's always nice to see. It's always nice to open your movie with Sean Connery kicking the shit out of someone. That's how every movie should open up. Casablanca, Sean Connery's kicking the shit out of someone. Star Wars, Sean Connery's kicking the shit out of Darth Vader. Fucking awesome. I like the two gay villains. They're like Mr. King, Mr. Kid, and Mr. Wing. Fucking awesome. This movie's awesome. It's like bam, bam, Blofeld's dead. Bond gets his revenge. It's awesome. I love this really like this fucking movie. It's great. Good Bond film. Not as good as Skyfall, GoldenEye, or Casino Royale, but it's still pretty damn good and I like it. And it's a guilty pleasure. Now, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, and 1 and 4. I haven't seen these two. This probably got awful, but I like the first one because you know, the effects are pretty cool. The turtle costumes look really cool. You know what? I think I'm gonna watch. I'm not gonna see the new Turtles movie. The new Turtles movie just seems really god awful and stupid. So fuck it. I'm not seeing that one. I'll see the original any day, and I'll see the CGI one any day, which is probably going to be a hell of a lot better than that. Mark my words. It will. No. Batman, the movie from 1969. You know what? It's funny. It's campy. You'll laugh your fucking ass off. And biff, pow, bam, boom. Fuck balls. It's funny. I like it. I'm thinking about buying a bootleg version of this whole series. Because it is that fucking funny and awesome. We get into the Hulk portion of this video. Now, these two you could laugh your ass off and that's a good reason, but when you do watch the entire Incredible Hulk TV series, you know, to see my two major issues with Trial of the Incredible Hulk and Death of the Incredible Hulk. Where the fuck is Jack McGee? If Jack McGee isn't chasing David Banner, then why the fuck is he still hiding at this point? Got no reason. The good thing about this, it was, the first time you saw Thor and Daredevil in live action, but thank God for Thor and the Avengers, because this Thor sucks. But I do like to follow the adventures of David Banner. And Bixby, in all three of these movies, he still does a damn good job. He still fucking owns this role. I'm sorry, Mark Ruffalo's great, and he really did capture Bill Bixby's portrayal, but Bixby just owns the role. No one can top him. I'm sorry. Watch the series and watch these. You'll know what I'm talking about. Ang Lee's Hulk. Why? I honestly think this was a very ambitious movie, and it gets a lot of hate, a lot more hate than I think it deserves. I understand Lee's motivation. I liked, his approach. I liked what he was trying to do. I respect Lee. I really do respect Lee. And I respect Ang Lee. And I respect what he was trying to do with this movie. Did it work? Was it his vision? Well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But I like the effects. I like the way the Hulk looked. I like the transitions. I like some of the action. In parts, I could buy Banner as Bruce Banner, but the two major complaints I have is I like the entire cast. Yeah, everyone else. I think Jennifer Connelly as Betty Ross is excellent. I think Sam Elliott as General Ross, you feel for this guy. It's good. It gave Ross some humanity, and that's what I liked in this film. And it made Tailbolt look like a major asshole. Sorry, my camera cut off. Next, Spider-Man 3. For all its disappointments, for all the fuck up, for as much as this movie fucked up, for giving us so many pointless characters, the stupid dance scenes, like shit that just didn't make any sense in this movie. As an action movie, it's pretty goddamn good. The action is really good in this film. I love the fights between Harry and Peter. That is where the heart of this movie should have been. I like the way Venom looked. I like the effects of Sandman. I like Peter Parker a little bit. I do feel Peter's pain. If only it didn't have to retcon itself, and it didn't have the fucking stupid dancing scenes. What the fuck was that? But I still enjoy it. X-Men 3. I cannot defend this, other than saying I like the action. Is that enough for me to say it's a good movie? No. It is a bad movie. It fucked up. It is probably a really bad Marvel movie. Couldn't have been done better? Yes. Should Bryan Singer have done this instead of Superman Returns? Yes. Is it... do I hate it? No. Is it spectacular? No. Is it adrenaline filled? No. Is it the best X-Men movie yet? Fuck no, that's first class. Planet of the Damned. Look at this fucking cover on the second. On the left. Look on the cover on the left. Or the right. It's got a giantess in it. Come on. You know what the hell I do to this. Same with this. It gets to the fucking point. No. No, 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 no. This is a great Giantess movie. You know why this is a great Giantess movie? It cuts out most of the bullshit. Okay, if you are making a Giantess movie, don't make it too long. Don't make the women talk, especially when you know they can't act worth shit. Just get them to be silent, sexy, stomping, wrecking, eating, and you got a good Giantess movie. This should have been 20 minutes rather than 15. And I'd like to see how this movie was made, because it is hot, and I like it, so shut up. This is why Iron Man 2 wasn't put into this list, because this is the material that is in my guilty pleasure list. Giant women shit. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. This is average. I fast forward to the part where she's a giantess. Why didn't she eat people? Why didn't she fucking stop shit? The rampage is a letdown. God! This is where it gets it right. The remake is far superior than the original. The Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movies. I like Robert Downey Jr. in these movies. I really do. I think he's funny. I think he's got a lot of the Tony Stark personalities. Also, if Robert Downey Jr. is watching this, which is unlikely unless he got shit-faced and decided to look some 16-year-old rambling schmuck on the internet, then please do Iron Man 4 and just stay with the Avengers. You're good. Oh yeah, if Scarlett Johansson's watching this, you're hot as hell, and I hope you read my letter. These are two really good action movies. This is not as good as this, but it's okay, it's average. It's pretty good. Finally, Cowboys and Aliens. I love this movie as a guilty pleasure. It's probably one of the best guilty pleasures ever. One, it's James Bond and Indiana Jones kicking ass. Or Han Solo. It's fucking cool. The effects are cool. Daniel Craig's cool. You know, the dialogue works. The characters are fleshed out and interesting. I like this movie. I am done with this video. I've had enough talking about guilty pleasures. I hope they never want to do one of these videos again, because you know what? They're relatively the same. I'm Darth Bribely. Live long and prosper and have a nice day.